The Diary of a Certified Psychopath. Off the crank. And in seizing the rhetorical initiative from Strava's data-munching movement mongers, whose synthetically predisposed optimism appears to have developed streaks of humanistic disenchantment, perhaps based on each subscriber's variably challenging circumstances, this freely styled follow-up squiggle around Shoreham's quaint seafront and townside communities contained more trundles up Eastern Avenue than its native number 19 bus service and the local postman could manage in a bank holiday weekend, though still admittedly a fair few short of the daily record set by self-employed plumber Julian D. Rodmell in the winter of 2011, who was forced to make exactly 37 trips from his now vacated premises at the bottom of Southdown Road to fix an anonymous client's singing boiler that several neighbours had complained was causing both a nearby coven of foxes and one pet Siberian husky to howl all night, preventing their children from sleeping. Aside from repetitious topography, tortuous wind rush was also a recurrent theme, with the South Coast's Brothers of Bluster bludgeoning me into my trademark stem-chomping stoop whenever I dared brave their ferocious full-fronted attacks, and bullying 7 shades of patriotism from St. Beaufort's pole-bound weather vanes, who strained at their tinkling tethers in fits of flappy desperation, hoping to sever ties with masts that were never destined to set sail, and cling to what frayed tatters remained of their enforced symbolic identity. Heavily insulated torso armour helped keep core temperatures above the level at which ambient discomfort suppresses one's incentive for hard lactic labour, though this happy coincidence did not persuade me to endure any further voluntary oxygen death spirals. One languid lunar orbit later. Spring's untamed lion roars out like a dragon and welcomes summer's late arriving lamb. I'll believe it when I feel it, Mr. Blackbird. Now, kindly command your feathered ensemble to perform a cantata that musically depicts the crepuscular phase of this momentous seasonal transition, and without too many impromptu contributions from those chirpy percussionists. Say, continued this optimistic winged prophet, inclining forwards on his pliable promontory halfway up a wind-swept tamarisk bush, and ignoring my modest request, did you happen to catch that new gas station that's opened at the east end of your hometown's high street? Premium lead-free libations on draft from high-pressure pumps and super-swift charging stations delivering up to 150 normalised kilowatts of disposable power. I stared nonplussed for several moments, wiping a drizzly sheen from my steed's top tube, then regarded this golden-billed influencer with a burning suspicion, wondering if he'd been bribed by Ada Council in return for ready-peeled sunflower seeds or a penthouse nesting box. Never mind what his fellow flautists would think of such a shameless promotion. Before I could respond, he commenced, "A mid-sized EV like the Mini Cooper can max out its cells in under half an hour off one of those plugs. Even Lord Musk's prototype pickup would be ready to roll in less time than it'll take you to round off another soft-footed hodgepodge of homespun circuitry." A nearby share bike, reclining casually against its parking rail, seemed offended at this claim, swinging its weighty flat bar sideways, as if begging that I trade machines and prove him wrong, only to then almost capsize amidst a flurry of blustery left hooks, hurled by my headstrong nemesis. "Better still," the unabashed tweeter went on, "there's a new mini-mart too. Same franchise as your Portslade peanut and oat milk dealer, but bigger. Sells all sorts, you know." "What?" I exclaimed, feigning sudden interest. "You mean the ones we used to buy by the ounce from our local newsagent, and that your dad's favourite sweet shop sold in brown paper bags? The stripy coloured kind that so many of my school chums bragged about pilfering from Woolworth's Pick and Mix, along with a handful of cola cubes, acid drops and jelly gingerbread men?" Those ones made from the same stiff black plant extract as Pontefract cakes? Or that sticky stem in a sherbet dab that nobody ever ate?" My curious onlooker was stunned into silence by this nostalgic soliloquy, tightening his talons as each turbulent gust caused the tamarisk's lithe limbs to sway. "No," he chirped at last, "not that sort of all sort, unless you can find them in the free-range confectionery section. Rather, the usual refined range of mass-marketed conveniences, factory-packed victuals, the inevitable guest-branded coffee kiosk, complete with its accompanying cabinet of sweet cakes and savoury bakes, next to sustainably sourced water vapour in every flavour except curried licorice."